Almaz Brhane is 68 years old, who has been sheltered in Myweni IDP center in Maqla. She left her home in Idris, Western Tigray, when Ethiopian forces, Amhara militia and the Fano vigilante group invaded her village in November 2020. Almaz remembers the moment she left her home as follows.
They came to my house and started taking away the grain I saved in my store. While they were doing that, I escaped through the back door. I'd nowhere to go but the street, and fortunately, I found a tractor that was heading to Takaza. From there, I walked on foot to Shira. With the help of my neighbors, then I came to Maqla by car.
Almaz says her journey to Maqla was a gruesome experience as she left her home empty-handed.
I left home empty-handed, and on my way, I wasn't able to find any food to eat or clothes to change. People who lived in villages along the way used to give us some food, but the majority of my journey was through mountains, and there were no people there. Then we had to walk a long distance empty stomach.
Almaz suffers from diabetics. She says she has been diabetic for 3 years now, but it didn't really bother her much until recently, wherein she is unable to get medication.
I've been diabetic patient for about 3 years now. I used to take my medication properly because back then the medicine was available, and I used to afford to buy it too. But here, even though the government gave an access to free medication, there's no medication in hospitals due to the ongoing siege. I heard private pharmacies have the medications, but I can't afford to buy it.
Almaz adds that the lack of medication has exacerbated her health condition badly.
There was a time where I wasn't able to get any medication for 3 days, and I found myself in a more infuriated situation. I kept on vomiting, and I had a high fever during those days. It was like the first days when I knew that I was diabetic. It was then that people in this IDP camp chip in some money to buy me some medicine.
Almaz also says, although her health condition requires strict diet, she is forced to eat whatever aid she can get every now and then. The question, however, is whether she is even able to get any, for she is among the millions affected by the man-made starvation that continue to claim lives throughout Tigray.
On top of my other problems, I can't even eat whatever I found due to my illness. I can't eat any wet or glucose-rich foods, but at the end of the day, when I'm desperately hungry, I take a bite of bread, and it ends even hurting me more. Every 3 or 4 months, we get 15 kilograms of wheat aid, and I try to exchange it with F, but that's not enough, as there is no one who would cook it for me. It wouldn't even make any difference, I just miss the old days.
Almaz finally calls on the international community to take action to break the siege and allow the entrance of humanitarian assistance.
We're starving and living in this misery, away from our home. Because of the siege, we have no access to medication or food, and we're trying to survive in this darkness. We need food, medication, and we need help to go back home too.